Hi guys, this is the Master Replicas motions tracker from the 1986 movie, or follow-up from the first Alien movie, directed by James Cameron. It was a superb movie, it really was. It was whereas the first movie was more horror and suspense, the Aliens follow-up was more of a balls to the wall action movie. In comparison, but it was very enjoyable. Both of those movies were, and this was used in a scene towards the start of the movie where they first got into the complex and were searching around to see if there was any aliens present. Of course there was, and I think it's fairly common knowledge that that this was produced from an electric drill, a Kango electric drill back in the day, and then various accessories, mainly camera accessories, were attached onto it to make it look slightly different and less like an electric drill. But typically, as with all Master Replicas pieces, it comes supplied with the plaque and acrylic cover and stand and all that. It also comes with a one-page booklet which gives more of an explanation of the motion tracker and what it consisted of. So let's take a closer look. So besides the main drill, you had various other components starting from the bottom. I don't know every one of these components, but I am aware of some of the components. The box small components at the bottom of the motion tracker there was actually a self-timer off an SLR camera, and that actually came in a little plastic box, and what they actually did is they bolted the plastic box to the top of the unit, so nothing was wasted in the production of this. So that went in the box, that was how it was, but they've just strapped the box onto the front of it. On the front you've got a plastic housing here, and that was originally a cover for a transformer, and that was bolted on. And then in addition, all I did then was use a calculator membrane keypad stuck to the front of there. So it doesn't do anything. These buttons aren't actually functional, it's strictly visuals only. And then just turning it to the side now, there was a pump. I believe it was a pump. Yeah, there was some kind of a pump attachment, and that's what this is. Now I'm not sure if that was some kind of a fuel pump or water pump. I'm not entirely sure what it was used for, but again that was bolted onto the side as well. And in addition, the self-timer was connected to that by way of a cable system. On the side you've got a couple of what was at the time AV cables linking the main body onto the view screen on the side. And then looking round to the other side is where you have the screen itself. Now originally in the movie, when the camera switched onto the motion tracker screen, it didn't actually look at the motion tracker. When it panned onto that screen, it was actually looking at a full-size TV to get the graphics, because at the time, back in 1986, I think it was just a bit awkward and tricky to try and visualise those images on such a small display. So instead they ended up using a TV screen. Times have moved on, and Master Replicas were able to incorporate the feature into the unit. So this has actually got lighting and sound effects to enhance the collectible. On top you've got this was actually a shutter release button, this one, a remote shutter release. So what you did was push this button in, and then you have a release button on the top. So when you press the button on the top, the front button, it just pops out. It was as simple as that. So actually holding the motion tracker in the hand, how does it feel? It's not particularly heavy, I would imagine, compared to the original prop, because that would have been made from the original drill casing, which I believe at the time would have probably been a metal drill casing. This is predominantly produced from plastic. It's remolds of the original components. So you have the main chassis of the drill and the trigger of the drill, and then all the additional items I believe have also been copied from the original add-on camera accessories. Moving underneath, we're just getting a bit closer for you. You have, I don't really know what to call it, it's just a switch that clicks. You can rotate, and literally that is all it does, it just clicks. Simple as that. You can probably also see that on the underneath of the viewfinder there's what looks like a couple of LEDs, a red and green LED, and what looks like a couple of switches underneath of those. Those are strictly for visual presence only, that they aren't actually functional, and when you switch the device on that they don't illuminate. So I think first impressions when I first got the motion tracker was that it's actually a bit smaller than what I was expecting. For some reason I had in mind that this was a much bigger prop than what we've actually got here, but as I was thinking about it, it's probably about the right size that you know, maybe a real army person would be using. You wouldn't really want anything much more bigger than this if it was a working motion tracker. But it's quite an odd looking thing. I wouldn't say it's an attractive looking device, but it's unique. It's certainly unique. And of course, when you press the trigger, which is there, that's when it springs into action, and I'll show you that just now. As usual with Master Replicas, it's nicely finished. It does have some battle damage, as you can see, some minor silvering around some of the edges of some of the components, and a little bit around the handle area as well, which is basically a simple coating of silver paint, but it just adds to a bit more of the realism to the original prop, which I would imagine would have been quite battered. It's took me a long while to get this, I must admit, several years in fact. I've been trying to get hold of one of these, but on many occasions it's just been out of my price range. So it's I'm thrilled to bits to finally own one of these. And I recommend to anyone who is an Aliens fan to definitely get one of these if you can find one. They occasionally turn up on eBay, so if you are looking for one of these, if you keep your eyes open on eBay, and every now and then that they do crop up on eBay. So that's it. That's the end of this review. What else do I have coming? I think priority for me at the moment is most definitely I need to get cabinets. So I've got 2 more cabinets on order, and I'm not sure if I've told you my pre-orders. I might have already told you, but I've got the Dutch premium format on order, and also I've got the Atom 1:1 bust from Real Steel, because I was a big fan of that movie when it came out, and I love anything to do with robots, hence the name RobotOnline, because I just love robots in general in the movies. Apart from that, the only other thing that I have on pre-order is the Men in Black 3 standard sidearm, which is produced by a company that I can never remember. Something Arts, I think it is. It's actually a company that's been around for many years, and they've produced props for the movie industry. But now this is the first time that they're actually producing props for collectors. So they're doing a limited run of the sidearm that was used in Men in Black 2. So I've got that one on pre-order. Also, although I haven't got it on pre-order, I do like the look of the Men in Black 1 sidearm, which is being produced by Factory Entertainment. Now that isn't actually up for pre-order at the moment, but I'm guessing in the next few months, I'm sure well before Christmas, it will be available for pre-order. And then that will probably be it for this year. Everybody saw the photos and videos from this year's Comic-Con, and there's some really exciting stuff that's coming along for next year. I think a lot of people have got their eyes on the Hulk maquette. That really does look an impressive maquette, and you know, if I've got the cash, if I can get the cash together to afford that, I really would want that piece. We also saw a glimpse of 1:1 Neytiri bust at the San Diego Comic-Con, and I do like the look of that as well, but again, it really depends on cost. I mean, if that is 1:1 Neytiri, that's going to be one hell of a sizable piece. So I'm guessing that the price is going to be equally sizable as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the review. I do have a few more reviews to do. I've kind of been holding back on the reviews because the reviews I can do are just of lightsabers again, and I don't think it's so popular as compared to my other characters that I review. You can't really say a great deal about lightsabers, it's just a fancy looking rod. But I do have some lightsaber reviews, so I'll get together some reviews and I'll upload those onto YouTube as well. So in the meantime, that's it, and I'll see you soon.